Hey everyone, before the video starts, I just want to let you know that the best way to keep up with what I'm doing and what's going on the channel is through my YouTube community posts. I post streams, I post schedules sometimes, and it's just the best way to keep up with me if you're interested as to what's going on behind the curtain. Anyway, shut up, Void, and start the goddamn video already. The other day, I was sitting down, just working on the videos, I think it was like last Sunday's video, it was the highlights video, that's what I was working on. And I ran into a little bit of an issue, just a little issue. My editing computer, which is a MacBook Pro from 4-ish years ago, I'm gonna say, decided that it wanted to take a huge dump all over my plans. And as I was in the middle of editing, nice timeline setup, nice library with all my assets, it just decided, hey, I'm not gonna work anymore. I'm just gonna stop working, I'm gonna stop rendering everything, I'm just not doing this. So I had very few options. I could A, finish the video on my PC, download some crappy editing software just to get the video out. It wouldn't be as good quality though. Or B, go out the next day, buy a brand new MacBook at a ridiculous price, and then finish the video. So the next day I wake up and I head to the Apple Store to get a new MacBook at a ridiculous price. I was gonna need a replacement eventually, but it's sort of just like, I didn't want to do it now. I didn't feel like spending that kind of money right now. So I go to the Apple Store, I get the new MacBook, I have to call the bank because like, hey, I'm doing a large transaction, it's not fraud, here's my validation, like my numbers and stuff, just like, let me purchase this damn thing, and then I get it. And it's like, okay, great, awesome. 30-minute drive wasn't for nothing. Now to drive 30 minutes back. So I get back to the station. So I get back and I start transferring everything over. My files, my, Apple account, all that good stuff. And for anyone who's wondering, my editing software is Final Cut Pro. Got it on a promo deal when I got my previous MacBook. Great editing software. Definitely would recommend over, what is it? Adobe Premiere? Is that the one? Not because Adobe's Premiere is bad or anything, it's not a bad software by any means, just because Adobe's subscription model is extremely scummy and you can't pirate it anymore. And no, I do not encourage pirating. Wink. So everything's going great and I'm like, okay, great, this will be done soon, then I can just plug in my hard drive and we'll be good to go. But then, the unthinkable happens. My hard drive starts making this very, 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 very bad noise, like it's like dying almost, like some sort of internal, like two components on the inside are just sort of like tapping together, just like, you feel me? And all of a sudden, my MacBook, nor my PC, could detect my drive, which is a huge problem because that's where all of my assets and libraries and everything is. That's my everything. That hard drive is like the soul of this channel. Kind of. Metaphorically. You get what I mean. So I'm sitting here trial and error and trying to get the hard drive to work, and finally, my PC is able to detect it. So what's the first thing I do? Back everything up. Everything. Luckily, I managed to back up everything that's important to the channel. The other stuff is like I can live without it. Like, it's not anything I really need. It's just cool to have. I'll probably try and back it up at some point. But I get everything that's necessary for the channel. So it's like, okay, now I have to take another 30-minute drive all the way back to the place and get a new hard drive, which is really unfortunate because I didn't feel like driving for another 30 minutes. So I drive another 30 minutes back to the Best Buy, and I'm like, okay, need a hard drive, want it to be good, stable, solid, brand I recognize as well. Always get stuff that you recognize in terms of brands. And I find a hard drive. I'm like, okay, great, it's behind the case. I'll have the clerk open it up for me, buy it, head back home, finish the video, all good. But then there's another problem. My card, my debit card that I use to, buy stuff, decides that it just doesn't want to work anymore. And no, there was plenty of money in my account. So the money wasn't the issue. The card just would not accept. It just wasn't working. So I was like, what the hell? So I go back out to my car to see if I have anything else, like cash or something. Nothing. Absolutely dead nothing. So I tell the clerk, I'll be back in a little bit. Just make sure no one buys this. So I drive 30 minutes all the way back here to get cash to pay for it. Because I'm not risking like any card not working or anything, like a credit card or anything like that. I'm just going to get cash. So, another 30 minutes back here to get cash. And it's like, okay, now I got to drive another 30 minutes all the way back to the closest Best Buy, mind you. I would go to some like other place to get a hard drive, like Walmart, but like the prices are like way jacked up compared to where you normally buy your tech stuff, like, you know, in the Walmart. The Walmart has way higher prices, and I'm not dealing with that. So I drive 30 minutes back to the Best Buy, and I'm like, okay, now I can finally buy this hard drive. And it's like, great. Got the hard drive. It's actually sitting right here. Here's the hard drive, the new hard drive. It's 4 terabytes. It's great. It's good stuff. And now I can finally go home and finish this damn video. So I finally get home. At this point, it's like 8 o'clock at night. I'd been doing 30-minute drives back and forth all day. I was at the Apple store for like 2 hours trying to figure out if I could do like monthly payments for the MacBook as opposed to like buying it all at once. But you pretty much need to have an iPhone to even do that because you need like an Apple card, and you need an iPhone to pretty much have the Apple card. And even then, like, I tried applying for the Apple card online, and they were just like, no, I'm sorry, your credit's not good enough. So I was like, okay, great, I guess I'll just pay for it in full. So I finally get back, it's like 8 o'clock at night, plug in the new hard drive, move everything over, that's all done, the new MacBook, all set to go, and then I can finally start working on the video. And I'm exhausted at this point, because at first I went to the Apple store, 30-minute drive to the Apple store, about maybe close to 2 hours there, 30-minute drive back. Realized, oh shit, my hard drive's broken. I need a new one. Drive 30 minutes back to the Best Buy. Can't buy it because my card is just being a dick. So 30-minute drive back here to get cash. Then 30-minute drive back again to the Best Buy. And then I finally get the damn hard drive. 30-minute drive all the way home. Oh, okay. I'm going to have an aneurysm. Hold. I gotta say, I've had a lot of bad days in my life. A lot of bad days. This one, in terms of like 2023 anyways, easily my worst day. It was stressful, it was annoying, it was long, it was irritating, and I was unbelievably frustrated. If it weren't for the fact that I hate causing a scene and drawing attention to myself in public spaces, I would have probably flipped my absolute shit at the Best Buy when my card declined. Like, I was ready to knock shit over and knock a bitch out. But I don't like causing scenes, I don't like drawing attention to myself, so I kept my composure. Of course, I was a bit reckless on the road, but that's what you do when you're frustrated. Road rage, you know. But without a shadow of a doubt, this was the worst day of 2023 so far. Something worse could have happened. As I was driving home, I was thinking to myself, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I got home and my house had burned down with all my stuff inside of it. I would not even been surprised. But it was just a extremely painful and frustrating experience, and I know that pain equals content, so I wanted to share this horrible story with all of you wonderful viewers. So yeah, that was my worst day of 2023. If anything worse happens, or if I have an even more terrible day, believe me, you're gonna find out about it. Oh man, that kind of sounded like a threat, didn't it? If any of you enjoyed listening to me rant for however long this video ends up being, be sure to leave a comment or drop a like or something like that. Really appreciate it. And by the way, all the support on the videos, especially recently, has been pretty crazy. I mean, the Silksong video getting over 1,000 views was just like, thank you so much. If you enjoy this sort of live action content, I'll probably get a green screen at some point to make things a little bit more visually interesting. I know the human attention span has dropped by like, how much percent of it? I blame that all on TikTok and short form content in general. But yeah, I'm gonna round this one out here. Hope you're all having a pretty good day. How do people do outros? We don't really do outros here. You know, I was talking to my friend about this video. I showed them this little getup I got to keep my face hidden. And they said I kind of looked like a serial killer or like a lyncher or something. You know, someone scary who's going to be doing something not so great. What do you think? Do you think I look creepy? Huh? Do you think I look creepy? Do you think I look creepy? So those